Hello and welcome to ACTV News. I'm Janae Powers.
And I'm Ben Moman. Today we all have field reports from Ellen Stanton covering the career planning event, the Adrian High School band competition, and a recap from Laura Sherub on men's fraternity runouts.
We'll also be discussing the Institute of Ethics Brown Bag event that took place yesterday, and we'll take a look at a few stories reported by Ellen Stanton.
I'm Ellen Stanton here for ACTV, here at the Enterprise Networking event, here with the Assistant Director of Career Planning, Ms. Kelly Carnahan. What do you expect the students to get out of this event?
Well, really we hope it provides the students with opportunities for internships this upcoming summer. And in addition, for the students that are getting ready to graduate either in December or in the spring, they're looking to fill full-time positions for their management training. So it's a great way for students to start getting those jobs right here on campus and, building their resume with internships.
And how did you guys come up with the idea for this event?
Well, actually we had been thinking about putting on a networking event for quite a while, and Enterprise actually reached out to us and said, we would love to come on campus and do some networking and do interviews. Would you be open to having us? So we kind of collaborated with them and put together this event.
And what are some other events that you guys look forward to hosting this year?
Well, this fall semester, we're going to be having the Focus on Your Future event. Actually, that's a series, and the last one in this fall semester is with Gary Heitman, and he's going to be talking about the hidden jobs and how you use social media to find those. We also have the Michigan Collegiate Alliance, and they host a number of events around the state of Michigan. So we're also collecting resumes for internships at Whirlpool as well as full-time positions there.
Great, well thank you very much for your time and enjoy the rest of your time here at this event.
Thank you.
That was Ellen at the career planning event. Now let's hear it with the interview from Marty Marks at the Battle of the Bands.
I'm Ellen Stanton here for ACTV, here with the band director, Marty Marks. What is going on here tonight?
This is the Lenawee County High School Marching Band Exhibition, and we've been hosting it about the last 6 years. The event's been going on, this is the 68th year.
68th year? Does it help get the schools more practice, help you recruit for your band?
It is a recruiting opportunity for us. We're just glad to have the opportunity to host it for the area high schools.
Well, thank you very much for your time and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ellen. Now let's send it over to Gabe Schrei with This Week in Sports.
Hello, this is Gabriel Schrei with your recap of this week's sports. I'm filling in for Frank Coopy today. We're going to start with the ACHA men's black hockey team. They won 8-0 against Davenport last evening. The women's volleyball team lost a pair of matches this weekend, however bounced back Wednesday, winning 3 of 5 sets against Olivet. Cassie Reed played exceptionally well with 13 kills and a .400 hitting percentage. The men's tennis team took down Rochester College 9-0. However, on the 9th, they lost 7-2 against Lawrence Tech. The women's tennis team won 7-2 against Lawrence Tech. The men's soccer team played twice this week, first against Olivet, falling 4-1, and then Elma, losing 2-1 in double overtime. The women's soccer team played Wednesday and won 2-1, with Carlin O'Malley and Lauren Badalamante scoring goals. They play again today against Hope. The football team lost homecoming 28-21 to visiting Olivet. Aaron Tenney posted 2 touchdowns, one through the air and one on the ground, putting up 117 yards through the air. They face off against Elma on the 11th. Today we'll be streaming the women's soccer game live from the field. Please feel free to tune in. That's all we have for today. Janae?
Thanks, Gabe. Now let's go ahead and discuss the Ethics Brown Bag event that took place yesterday. That was in Knight Auditorium. And Ben, I understand that you were the main speaker for the event. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yes, so Ribbons of Excellence last year, my journalism capstone was my Ribbons of Excellence presentation. I did it with 3 other students, and Renee Collins was our advisor for that project. It was the last 25 years of journalism, and we covered it in a newspaper kind of format. So the first person went, they did top stories. Then after that was natural disasters, then entertainment, and then me with sports. And as you know, I'm a big sports enthusiast. and I talked about sports announcements, sports scandals, and steroids. And within those, I had 2 topics. Some dating from like the early 90s, and then some that were more recent. So like sports scandals, I talked about the O.J. Simpson trial and the Tiger Woods scandal.
So I understand that you guys won the Ribbons of Excellence Award presentation for the best presentation. But can you tell us about what the actual event yesterday was?
So, as you mentioned, this was brought on by the Institute of Ethics. I actually won first place for the Ethics Award for discussing, ethical components with journalism in sports during those times. Like, take the sports scandals topic that I talked about. The O.J. Simpson trial, like, there's some newspapers that, darkened his picture to make him seem more ominous and more threatening. So it was kind of ethical questions like that, like was it ethical for them to do that? Or with Tiger Woods, was it okay for them to, get into his personal life? It was things like that. And yesterday was just getting more students more involved. I mean, it was heavily covered with professors there to get more insight to tell their students, hey, maybe you should do this. And, my main thing of advice when I said, I was just like, hey, like, just tell them you'll want $125 to do it. So, obviously there is other things, but, and, a lot of teachers think there's going to be, a lot of extra work added to it,
Right.
but that's really not the case at all.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it a little more fun to do that too. So, but it was a good presentation overall yesterday.
Yeah, well, students, I hope you guys will consider taking part in this next year. Ribbons of Excellence is always great, for presentation purposes and good experience for the real world. So now let's go ahead and head over to Dominic with the weather. Thanks, Dominic. And finally, we'll throw it to Laura Shurub on the men's runouts. Laura?
Thanks, guys. This was another successful year at runouts. Many young men found their new home at one of the fraternities. All the fraternities danced their hearts out, but Alpha Tau Omega ended up reigning victorious for the 5th time in a row. Congratulations to all the new members. Now back to you guys.
Thanks, Laura. Well, that wraps it up for today. Be sure to join us next week and every week for more ACTV news. I'm Janae Powers.
And I'm Ben Moman. Thanks for joining us.